from the news desk. Over 30 Mutamarine left stranded at Cape Town airport after travel agent cancels tickets. Yo, that's intense. By Rahima McLean. Shout out to you, Rahima McLean. Following an incident where a group of Mutamarine were left stranded at Cape Town International Airport last month, Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille expressed regret and condemnation for the incident. You guys always want to come, you know, this is what I hate about South African ministers. You guys always want to come when it's too late. This has been a hassle for so long. We know in South Africa there is many different hassles. Like you have your stokvel hassle, which also involves people giving money to other people and entrusting other people with their money. And stokvel has been regulated, and we also know that travel groups has been a thing. I remember as a young lady traveling with my grandma, going to like Oudtshoorn, all of these places, right? But my main thing is that when or while my grandma was paying our tickets off, right? Because there's a thing that you can pay monthly, and then before the time comes, you just have to be like paid up the costs, right? So there's always this one person who you entrust your money to, right? Now, how do we know that's an honest person? Is that person regulated to be receiving funds from the public? Is that person regulated to be storing funds for the public? And I mean, in South Africa, that has been a hassle for the longest of time. Are we gonna act like we don't know about tour buses that leave specific times of the year to go to specific places in South Africa? Now, this is just bigger. This is just bigger. This is like international wise, because people was paying for tickets to head on over to where I come from. We call it, they're gonna go Hajj, right? Which means they're gonna go to Mecca. And it's so sad that they trusted this one guy with the money, and he ended up spotting. Reading further, the group's travel agency, New Age Travel and Tours South Africa, allegedly scammed them, extracting over 40,000 rand per passenger for a promised pilgrimage to the Holy Lands. 40,000 rand per person. Now, when you guys see the video of him coming onto the airport in Cape Town International Airport, you guys will see people flocking to him. And you must understand, in Cape Town, the reason why people is so touched about this is because when it comes to the Muslim culture in Cape Town, right, generally young people do not go to Mecca that soon, right? Because it's expensive. 40,000 rand per passenger. You, as a South African, you can't just afford it just like that. You understand? And the young people that does go to Mecca at a young age, they I wouldn't say they come from a point of privilege, but they were privileged enough to be able to save. What I'm trying to say is, in Cape Town especially, generally, when people go to Mecca, they are of age already. I remember 2-3 years ago, my neighbors from across the road, Uncle Shahid and Auntie Latifa, they went to Mecca, right? And their son Ismail paid for it, right? And Ismail could have gone, but culture-wise, for him it's important to send his mother first, his mother and his father first. He knows he can go again. He knows he will get his forex trades up to where he can go again, right? And they came back and, you know, they went on their pilgrimage. So the reason why you will see so many young people streaming to this Shahid David's guy is because these older people, they can't fight this guy. And look, at the end of the day, the older people and anyone that has met an older Muslim person, they're very understanding. They wouldn't want to, especially when it comes to like their religious stuff, they are not gonna want to fight with Shahid because of this, right? But because some of their children paid for this. I mean, if I paid for my mother for a pilgrimage journey, and you scammed her. Essentially, you scammed my money because I afforded my mother to be able to go. I'm not gonna laugh with you. I'm not gonna laugh with you. The agent, Shahid Davids, left over 30 people bewildered and dismayed, with only 2 individuals having valid flight information upon arrival at the airport. According to the South African Hajj and Umrah Council, the travel agency is not a registered travel operator with the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah in Saudi Arabia. Guys, I sincerely hope this is a lesson, man, because even like I spoke a few minutes ago, right? I thought that this travel stuff isn't that regulated, but it is regulated, and this guy was supposed to have his business regulated by South African Hajj and Umrah Council, but it's not. It's not. And the sad thing is, like I said, this is older people that probably paid this guy. Not probably, this is older people. People, I bet you 60% of people that, more than 60% of people that paid him is people that's older than him, right? So imagine the embarrassment, the humiliation they felt having pulled up to the airport, having all of the travel suitcases ready, you know, everyone was just said goodbye at home, and you now find out that you cannot board the flight because your travel agent is a disingenuous piece of shit. Now, if Shahid Davids is your father, your uncle, your brother, whoever that, your grandfather, I'm not even going to apologize because he did a whole lot of people dirty, right? In a statement, South African Hajj and Umrah Council stressed the importance of engaging only with credited operators recognized by the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. Guys, there is no more excuses for people to be falling for this. And like in the past, this would happen, right? But because so many people were scammed, and because like this is Cape Town, guys, this is why scammers in Cape Town, they do not flourish. Because the moment people catch on that you are scamming and you have made it in life through scamming, meanwhile we have worked hard for that money, it's chai for you. It's chai for you. Therefore, most of them have to leave South Africa, point Clint Vester. And then some that's in South Africa, they have to be so under the radar. Because the moment if people catches on, this happens. The moment people catches on, this happens. Just look here. 8 seconds from getting out of the gate. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. This guy surrounded by people. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. And look, I always warn scammers. I told you guys, 2024 is the year where people is not going to be taking any nonsense from scammers. Scammers won't live to see the day. All of their shenanigans is going to come out just like that. Right? So, for those of you that is on TikTok, watching me from TikTok, search, download the app Kick, get me on Kick, disingenuous _ Ficks. You will find me there so that you can see all of the evidence. You can see the video that, cause check here, video footage. So you see, and yeah, download Kick, disingenuous _ Ficks. You will find me there. So as you guys can see, obviously he's surrounded by family members because his family members knows what's gonna happen. His family members knows what's gonna happen. It's chai. It's chai for him. Imagine you coming home. You coming home. Boom. They have you. They wanna, bro. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. And then they start attacking him. And then they start attacking him. You see now, scammers, you guys do not realize the amount of danger you guys put your family members in. Because, look here, he's just trying to protect his father, his uncle, whatever the case may be. His cousin, could be his brother. And I mean, at the end of the day, that is the noble thing to do because, I mean, they know what he did, but they are not gonna want him killed. This is Cape Town. They know for a fact that if people get their hands on him, he won't live long enough to see another day. So they came to protect him. They came to escort him from the airport. But now look at how they are busy being shoved and pushed around. Scammers, you guys have no idea the amount of trouble and the amount of danger and the amount of threat, life-threatening threat you put your families in. And you must understand now, like I said, this is Cape Town. People don't forgive you so easily in Cape Town. When your family members walk outside now, right? Obviously they're gonna harbor you, they're gonna keep you safe. When they walk outside to go to the shops, to go buy a bread, to go buy whatever, they're gonna walk with that. People is gonna look with them at as I scam as a family. And it's just gonna cost one person. Like, guys, we know this is Cape Town. It's just gonna cost one person to approach that, bruh. Right? The ice would have been broken. And that would invite the rest of the people to come and approach him to be like, oh, wait, say, waar jou pa, waar jou broer. You understand what I'm saying? So, scammers do not understand the amount. And you guys must also understand, the moment they come to protect him, right? That immediately people are going to be like, you are protecting the scammer because you have benefited from the scammer. You are protecting the scammer because look at how you're dressing. You see that nice Jordans, that nice Nikes you're wearing. It's because of the scammer. You see that nice car that you're driving. It's because... And then things might turn to that side. Like, let's not act like we haven't seen that happen in Cape Town before, guys. See there, he's busy being attacked. He's busy being attacked. All because people want to get to him. Can you see the amount of people that's ready to attack him? Do you see there? Do you hear what that lady is saying? Sy verdwyn met die ou mense se geld. I just told you guys, the people, look, I'm not saying this because Soma. I'm saying this because I live in a community, a mixed community. There's white people in our community. There's black people in our community. There's colored people in our community. There's people that practice Christian religion. There's people that's practicing Muslim religion. You understand? My very close neighbors that I grew up with all my life has been Muslim. My best friends throughout my life has been Muslim, which is why I could tell you guys that whenever in Cape Town people are going on their pilgrimage journey, they are not young. If they are young, it's probably because they don't have parents. And like I explained to you guys earlier, my neighbors across the road, one of my friends, like, we're still friends, so I can go fetch him right now, just so you can say, like, okay, Rydall is talking the truth. But what I'm trying to say is that recently his parents went, he could have gone, but he paid for them to go first. You understand? So that is how I knew this is old people that was being scammed. Also, if it was a lot of young people that he scammed, they would have waited for him to get outside. This is feelings that's really coming into play here now. And just look at this lady. Like I told you guys earlier on. 40,000 rand per person. It was over 30 people. But let's work on the number 30. 4, 8, 12, 1.2 million. Is it 1.2? No, not 120. Couldn't be 120. 1.2 million. 1.2 million, guys. Do you see why the people is so angry? Do you see why? And you must understand, look, it takes a lot for a woman. Alright, we know women love money and shit like that. But it takes a lot for a woman to just get physical with you. Look at how she's beating that guy. Do you guys see how many people is waiting for him? Did you guys see how many people was waiting for him? Look here. Did you hear how they approached him? Yeah, it's I scale him. Yeah, it's I scale him. And I'm telling you guys this now. Nah. The people that ran up on him, they saw the police there that's ready to arrest him because obviously they reported the crime. So they just made sure that they got there before the police got there so that they can get their 1-2 in. Here's the lady that was clapping squirt. Shout out to the lady that was clapping squirt. Shout out to the lady that was clapping squirt. All of you guys that came there to be like, ik ga veel moer, ik maak veel on you. You did nothing. That woman clapped squirt. You did nothing. You just came to verkoop back to look strong like you men from Cape Town normally do. But the woman stood out. Nah, manita guys, man. If you were one of the men that were close to this man and you didn't get one in, you didn't even get one in. Nah, you're a Popeye, bro. You're a Popeye. You allowed that woman to fight the battle for you. You're a Popeye, bruh. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, I said, the lady is the one that claps squirt, man. We must find that lady. We must find this lady. We must find her. We must find her. This lady is the OG of this video. We must find her. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Just watch a bus going into the air. Just watch here. There's that bus. That lady knocked him one time. That lady is the OG of this video. We must find that lady. On behalf of South Africa, lady, whoever you are, my bro, shout out to you. Yes, so many men that was there, none of them clap squirt. You're the only one that jy voetsek jy. Voetsek jou fucking skelm. Look at how close these men were to that guy. One came in is gefreet like, almost like say, you busy clapping squirt, nah, lady, you. Yes, so you were solid one. Nah, you were solid one. I bet you were solid tani for your children. I bet you were solid wife to your husband. You were solid one, you, man. Nah, kykie, you. They must make you famous, you. They must make you famous, you auntie. Just the way you came in, you moody, man. They must, I'm sorry for swearing. Guys, scammers must be moored. Scammers must be moored. And this lady didn't care about Foko. She was just like, say, hoekom vat sy ou mense se geld? Hoekom vat sy ou mense se geld? That guy with the black there, I bet that's your son. Moenie jou ma terughou nie. Laat jou ma vir hom 100 nou. Hy makkeer het. Hy makkeer het. Yeah, that lady just wanna be. Now, Kaiki, whoever you are, woman, I salute you. I salute you. That, alright, it's emotionally charged. We know it's emotion in that. But that woman stands on her morals, bro. That's why I'm saying she's a real one. The comments, this is not a good impression we're giving to our non-Muslims. Muhammad Diamond, this should not be a reflection on Muslim, because Islam didn't scam these people. This guy did. Islam didn't scam these people. This guy did. Let this serve as examples to any other scammers doing the same. Abdurrahman, Ficks me, bro. Scammers must learn. Scammers must learn. They must learn. You can run, but not from Allah. Facts, Khalimaigans. Facts. You will not agree, yes, because you don't want to take responsibility for how this escalated. All I am saying is perhaps it would not have escalated if you, Faisal Said, reported this information to the correct people and not to the public. You keep saying justice will prevail. Now leave it to the right people. Don't hype up the wrong people with all your posts. Yes, you have a duty to report things, but if you call yourself a Muslim, do it the right way. Sowieso, number one, obviously Muslims are feeling that Said Davids used their religion, because obviously he used their religion. He used the culture of going for pilgrimage. He used that to scam people. You can't tell Muslims how to feel right now. You can't tell them how to feel right now. And the thing is this, I am a firm believer of not only reporting to the correct authorities, because I agree on that with you, but I'm a firm believer of reporting to the public, because the public must know. The public must know. Faisal Said did good by reporting this to the public, because while he was over there, you could have been advertising a new company, you could have been advertising a new scheme for people to fall into, but because it is now public knowledge, they will know to avoid him. He scammed those people, right? He can't dictate how they must react, because he didn't give them a chance to dictate what he must do with their money. Frederick Abrams, exactly. He should not have come through the terminal for his own safety. You can't blame the people for being this angry. They were robbed and hoodwinked. Exactly. Only Shahid can answer. He has disgraced himself. Sharifa, facts. He disgraced himself. He didn't disgrace Islam. He disgraced himself. Good shot. Hy moet die geld gee. The nerve to walk as if he's the mayor of Cape Town. Justice should prevail, but do we as Muslims need to prove non-Muslims right by behaving in this manner at an international airport where people who do not know the background of it all witnesses it, and all they see is the same people marching for peace in Palestine, disrupting peace at a public hub? I am wholeheartedly feeling for those that were unfairly treated, but can't we show the world how Muslims should actually deal with injustice? I make dua that each and everyone be compensated even more than they lost. Okay, so yeah, that is a fair point, but when people research, and obviously this was on the news, when people research, they will obviously come to the truth, Rehana, but your point is fully acknowledged. I disagree with our Muslim brothers and sisters. mannerism. We are people of good character, and whilst he was acting in bad character, it shouldn't have made anyone stoop to the level. We serve Allah SWT, and whilst his actions is wrong, Allah will deal with him on the day of Qiyamah. Quite. I agree there, Motalib. So, okay, my heart is a little bit changed here, but scamming Motalib is not an Islamic matter. Scamming is not an Islamic matter, my friend. It's a general matter. This brah just used Islam as a scapegoat to scam people. That's all. I bet you, Motalib, if this were Christians, and I understand your point 100%, not even a Christian should step up like this. But I bet you if this was a Christian, it was gonna be, yo. Ponagatso CFD, shout out to you. Yo, Rydall, good morning. Finally installed Kick Away, my bro. So this is where I will be doing live streams from now, and this is where we will be exposing these people that's busy stealing from others. So, you know, for me, it's a bit of a problem that the government only wants to come in control of the situation now. They should have been ahead of the situation already. The law said that the department has alerted the tourism authorities within Saudi Arabia regarding the incident, whereafter they affirmed that they will monitor operators that are booking to come to the kingdom without being registered closely. Now, I need to ask you, how is it that Saudi Arabia must watch operators that is not registered to be having travel tours? How come Saudi Arabia is watching them closely but South Africa cannot? This is why I'm saying the government for me, Patricia de Lille for me, is coming to this a little bit too late. Guys, in Cape Town, we know every year elderly people that couldn't afford it the previous year, that couldn't afford it for the past 10 years, they have saved up that little bit that they have so that they could go. We know this, guys. And this is why I'm saying Patricia de Lille, that likes to act like she has the Cape Town people's interest at heart, this shouldn't have happened. And like I'm reading in the TikTok comments here now, Yakin Abdullah saying, Rydall, this is not Saeed's first stint with scamming people. Like, they should have been ahead of the situation. If this isn't his first time scamming people, why is he allowed to have a company where he is taking money from people? He's taking in money from people. Why? I don't understand this. Because, like, as I'm sitting here also, it's like they're working on, the government people are working on my heart, man. They're working on my heart. Let's hear from the people that was affected by the incident. Speaking on behalf of his father-in-law among the affected group, Abu Bakr Baker recounted the initial excitement turning to panic as he discovered their names missing from the airline system. What did I say earlier? There was this big party held probably for these people that's gonna go on their pilgrimage now. Money was spent. People were said goodbye to. Now there's that whole humiliation of coming to the airport. Your name is not on the system. The humiliating drive home. I bet that was a very awkward drive home. Coming home and dealing with people asking, oh, but like, why didn't you? We know how Cape Townians are. We know how Why didn't you go? Why are you still at home? Why are you still here? It's embarrassing. According to Baker, the Mutamarine received a last-minute call instructing them to proceed to the airport for their flight on December 27, 2023. However, upon attempting to check in, they realized their names weren't in the system. Baker said when the group got to the airport, someone approached them and informed them that the agent had cancelled their tickets. He noted, apparently the agent had to either pay 500,000 rand or a cancellation fee. Any person would rather pay a small cancellation fee rather than the full amount. Now, what was the 500,000 rand for? That is my question. Because if you are paying a cancellation fee, you are paying it, you are the one canceling this thing. So, where I don't understand where this 500,000 rand thing is coming in. I don't know. Call van Rooyen, my streaming name in Kik is disingenuous underscore Ficks. So after you have if you would read this comments, I tell you. Hiddy boy, download Kik. Come search for me on Kik. Disingenuous underscore Ficks. This is your home. It's it's my home, my bro. This is where I'm streaming from. This is where I make my YouTube videos, bro. What the fuck? So, in response, the agent Said Davis, we shouldn't worry about religion. If someone is scamming people, we must expose them. 100% Axel's hit here. In response, the agent Shahid David, speaking to Voice of the Cape Breakfast, acknowledged the situation, attributing the cancellations to payment issues and cash flow constraints resulting from previous Umrah trip cancellations. Davids explained what transpired was we had 35 seats confirmed for the 27th of December. The seats were fully paid for by my ticketing agent, but he said he wouldn't release them until everything was paid in full. He added, "This is where I fell short and wasn't able to pay due to numerous cancellations and people who had outstanding payments. Due to the current situations in Gaza, coupled with issues pertaining to COVID-19, we had a lot of cancellations." This sounds like a whole lot of stories. But the investigations into this matter should bring forth if what this guy is stating is the truth. David stated that as a result of the non-payment on his side, the ticketing agent then decided to cancel the tickets, hence why the Mutamarine never got the tickets when they arrived at the airport. Meanwhile, he also confirmed that his travel agency is not yet IATA approved and said that they are still in the process of having it accredited. Your agency wasn't accredited, Mr. Davids, so you should not have been doing business in the first place. You are dealing with people's finances. Are you FSCA regulated to be soliciting funds from the public, number one, and to be storing funds for? Do you have adequate facilities to store people's funds? Meanwhile, regarding reports claiming that New Age Travel and Tours had left other Mutamarine that are currently in Makkah and Medina stranded, David said these claims are false. Oh my goodness. If this is true that these people stranded in Makkah and Medina, this bruh's gonna get messed up so bad. He concluded that is a fitna. There's many lies going around on social media. Under no circumstances are any of the Mutamadin that's here in the kingdom stranded. Let's hope, I hope for your part, uncle, that the Mutamarine that's there is not stranded, because I can only imagine how the family from South Africa must be feeling knowing that they are stranded. And let's be real, the rand in relation to international trade, the rand has not been doing well. So the rand is not gonna mean that much. Oh my goodness. Oh my. So do you guys now understand why this happened. Do you guys understand why? You see what I meant with family members also being in danger. Yeah, this family member of him is busy being shoved around, and you know, it to me it's such a life-threatening situation because anything can happen. Anything can literally happen. Uh, yeah. Holy Water 9, Rydall, another heavy scammer is CJ Bankroll FX. Um, Instagram, contact me on Instagram at official Rydall Fix. Send me your details. Let's expose him. Let's get him to the point where he's stopping from scamming people. You see this? His family members' lives all have literally been threatened for this whole. It's not even 2 minutes yet, nah. It's not even 1 minute, and his family members is busy being shoved like they are some rag dolls. Look here, look at him. You see they shoved, shoved again, shoved again, screamed at, shoved again. Oh, I still stand on what I'm gonna say now. This lady, she's the real deal here. This lady, she's the OG of the situation because no one here stood my bro. These guys were busy flipping out, and I mean, when you look at them, they look like lighties. This look like a lighty. This look like a lighty. Oh mensen zijn geld. Guys, stop stealing from the elderly. And I mean, I don't know how many scam exposing videos I have to make to reiterate this. But as young people that's watching my content, no, you guys, if you're watching my content now, you have a social responsibility to share my content. You have the social responsibility to alert other people because this is similar. If you just watch my content now and you know someone is a scammer, it's similar to you watching someone steal in public and walking on and not saying anything. Have we become that degenerated as a society? But again, let me go get back to the point of this lady, man. I want to interview this lady for my YouTube channel. If anyone knows this lady or can get hold of this lady for me, I will even come to her, man, because at some point I also want to get them on camera so that people can understand, man, that this should have been left in 19-foot check. Sure. People People are waiting for that guy. People are waiting for him. And it was just a few live streams ago on YouTube where I told you guys in 2024 people is gonna start becoming physical with scammers. Let me tell you why. A couple of years ago, right? You guys know I expose people for the scams that they commit in the forex industry, right? But a couple of years ago, no? Whenever you would look at what happens with these scams, right? It's a case of people are being scammed because they aren't educated enough, right? And it would get to a point where the people that got scammed, they would accredit them being scammed to themselves as their own fault, right? They would accredit they would accredit the fact that someone else fraudulently misrepresented their company and decided to disingenuously steal money from them. They blame that on themselves because they were simply not correctly informed of what is happening, right? And at some point, people became educated. At some point, regulatory bodies started becoming involved. Like I just said now, like in the beginning, I said that I remember going to touring as a young child with my grandma, visiting a whole lot of places in South Africa, right? Through one travel tour agency, whatever you want to call them, but we would pay one person in specific, right? And luckily, while we were on the bus, we would hear stories of how those group, they trusted that people and they couldn't go because that person ran away with their money. Now obviously with this happening time and time again, what had happened was authorities started regulating this this industry, right? And again, people, their anger is justified because for me, this is a strong case of this guy should have been regulated. The fact that he has used, and I don't get it, 500,000 rand. Where does that penalty come in? Where does that penalty come in? And look, guys, I firmly believe that is a story, man. People in Cape Town also wouldn't rock up to the airport because, guys, people in Cape Town, they're really about the image, nah? Humiliation to people in Cape Town is a big deal. They wouldn't pop up to the airport if they knew they weren't fully paid up. Because they were going to be humiliated. They were going to be turned away at the gates. And I know for a fact, I don't want that. I know for a fact that older people with more experience in life than me, they don't want to go through that. So for me, I firmly believe that is just a story, man. I firmly believe that is just a story, and for me, it doesn't matter what this guy does. I don't think he's going to get off the hook this easily. He shouldn't get off the hook this easily because what he did was highly disingenuous. Like I'm telling you guys, people are literally, they spent their last monies. This is elderly people. Majority of the people that wanted to go is elderly people. So now I'm asking you, how must they recoup the funds? And if you knew that you were outstanding money on previous tours and travels, why still take money? Because let's be honest, guys, him saying in, now I have to go back to that article. Him saying in this article here, him saying he's acknowledging the cancel or he is attributing the cancellations to payment issues and cash flow constraints resulting from previous Umrah trip cancels. Now my thing is this: if you knew you had outstanding fees to pay from previous Umrah trip cancellations, why did you get people in? And also, why did you continue on? Okay, I understand why you continued on your trip, because you probably would have died in Cape Town had you stayed behind. But my point is just, why did you do people this day? And it's older people. It's not like it's young people. I must say, Rydall, without you, we won't know about these scammers. XLCT, you know, no, I have made it my job to speak about these scammers, and I understand that there's a whole lot of traders that don't like that. I understand that there's a whole lot of traders that hates the fact that I'm able to garner some brand deals through making honesty, transparency, and exposing people for their lies. People hate that I made that a platform and it is monetizing off it, right? But at the end of the day, someone needs to come here and talk about it. Whether I'm monetizing off it or not, someone needs to come in. In fact, no, and this isn't motivation for it at all, no, but you know that when you work, being paid well motivates you to work harder. Now we know, because I mean, I've shown my pay reports in the past from YouTube, and it's not like my views have increased on YouTube that much. But I've shown you guys the maximum that I got was like a 7,000 Rand from YouTube. So there isn't that much money in what I'm doing, right? Where I get a little something is through the brand deals, right? And these scammers don't like that people are funding me to the point where I'm able to do better investigations now. I'm able to upgrade my computers so that I can do things a little bit faster now. These scammers hate the fact that these sponsorship deals allow me to upgrade my equipment. So now we are catching them in 4K. They are hating the fact that these brand deals will allow me in the future to not do, you know, content from my recording room, right? It will allow me to go out in the field and to chase these scammers. And that is why they are all... You guys must understand, whenever scammers come to make rebuttals against me, they will always bring up the monetization. Always. And for me, it's always going to be a case of, okay, I monetized, but am I lying though? Okay, I monetized, but where have I misconstrued facts though? Okay, I am monetized, but where am I hating though? And they can never ever answer that. It's always, oh, Rydall is broke, and I own that shit. I don't give a fuck. As long as I give my children a solid life, I couldn't care about what someone else thinks about me. That's chilled. But you can't still scam people, man. It's 2024. The education that's gonna be put into exposing people is gonna be insane. The amount of effort that's gonna be into educating the public on being scam wise is gonna be insane this year. I will be reaching out to a whole lot of different people, because I believe the more people are educated about scams, the less people can be scammed. You understand what I'm saying? So in the future, I'm telling you guys, these scammers, they're gonna dwindle away one by one. One by one. Look at what happened with NAS 100 So for the scammers, guys, we are coming. We are on every single platform. We are even on Kick here now. So you guys' days of scamming people is over. That's all I can say. You guys' days of living lavish, of fraudulently misrepresenting things so you can get money from other people, those days are over. Those days are over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, 10 for check. Your time is up. 2024. No? What has happened here? No? What has happened here is gonna happen more often to you guys that scammers. What happened here is gonna happen more often to you scammers in 2024. You guys need to look out. You guys need to look out. You guys don't want to listen to me when I say stop scamming, no? Justice is coming in a different form. Yeah, it's Zayski alarm. Shoo. You will see a handbag coming now. You will see a handbag coming. There's my fighter. There's my fighter. May I salute this woman? May I salute this woman? You can see she's raising upright children. You can see she's putting morals in front of raising her children. Sy gaat nie kon steel, Isani. Sy gaat nie 'n lewe maak om te... Now, guys, I just want to know. It's almost 40k, because things still are, the math isn't mathing to me. 30 people, over 30 people, 40k per person, right? If he had to pay cancellation fees, where's the rest of the money? If he paid that 500,000 rand fee, where is the rest of the money? Because you must pay attention now. If we work on the number 30 and each one paid 40k, that's 1.2 million. So where's the other money? That lady's everything to me. If there's people that's watching the stream that can get me in contact with that lady, please help me. Kanala, I want to get that lady on camera, my bro. Because at the end of the day, what she did, she led by example there. I'm not saying we must go and fight, we must go out and we must go and fight and stuff like that. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying though is, this lady is not playing. That's what I am saying. This lady is not taking any nonsense. So, on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will probably come live on Kick again tonight. I'm not sure, but I will see you guys in my next stream. If you are on my YouTube, you will see the timesheets there on my community tab so that you can know exactly when I'm going live again. But guys, it's been a pleasure being here with you guys. I'm looking down. I'm so used to looking down at the phone. Thank you so much for those that actually downloaded Kick and that came and joined me here. Thank you so much for you guys that followed. Thank you so much for you guys' comments. I sincerely appreciate you guys. As you guys can see, the streams on this side is running very seamless. So I think majority of the time, this is where I'm going to do my streams. And then I will just make clips for YouTube so that the people that can't join the stream or that aren't following me on Kick, so that the people can see the content that we have made here. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys. Have a beautiful day ahead. Remember, use those stop losses and don't scam people, because you don't want me on your case. Cheers, man.